Oh, and wasn't that a nasty javelin volley? Didn't even get a charge off of that cavalry, but the infantry getting 5 kills right off the bat in this siege battle. Hello everyone, Ellington here, and we are back with another epic Dragon Core replay. We've got ourselves a 4v4 on the settlement of Tur. We've got Masacely here being commanded by Wild Sweet. Nervii being commanded by Bloody Stranger. Got Athens over here being commanded by Centurion. And finally, Nabatea being commanded by AoE Nebus? I'm not sure how to say that. For the attackers, we've got Seleucid being commanded by the Bee-Man. We've got Armenia being commanded by His Imperial Majesty. And Epirus being commanded by Dagger. And finally, Getae being commanded by Mexi. So you can see a little bit of cav play here by both the defenders and the attackers. We've got some citizen cav out here. I believe these were armored Numidian riders from Masacely. And then Epirus had some sort of cav unit. What was it? A citizen cav as well. Armenia's got Eastern Cataphracts, but they're not really doing anything right now. You see Seleucid running up a Hillman here to take down the Bastion Onager. So unfortunately we are watching this from the attacker's point of view, so we won't really be able to see anything other than like the minor stuff that you could see right now, and obviously a little bit more as we get a little further into the settlement. But honestly, sometimes I think that's kind of fun. It kind of keeps the surprises coming. I have not seen this battle, so I don't know anything that happens. Ooh, Javi volley back and forth here. 3 lost by the Numidian Lights, and a lot lost by the Hillmen. And then Masacely throwing out even more armored Numidian riders. So we got 2 cav out here from Masacely. This should be interesting. Ooh, long shot artillery. Where are you going for here? I don't know if he's trying to hit the archers or trying to see if anything's there. I'm not sure. These hillmen are just getting annihilated, man. That is the tough part about coming into this area where Seleucid is kind of moving into, is typically you see archers or slingers set up on the walls right here that can shoot over. That's one of the reasons that B-Man was sending over stuff to basically try and, you know, scare away whatever would be there. Got Nervii here with a bunch of troops. Looks like Celtic warriors for the most part. Got another unit hiding there. I bet you there's probably a bunch of stuff in here. Although I don't know, because this rock didn't seem to kill anything unless they just got super lucky. Citizen Cav, just honestly being a nuisance, not really doing much, but sitting there. Honestly, I think what would be a really good move here, I think would actually... Oh, look at this. I swear to God, I have not seen this battle. I was going to say I think a good move would be if somebody were to bring out Cav over here, because they've got the attackers distracted with the Cav over on this side. So I honestly think that Cav coming around the hilltop would be actually a really good move for the defenders. And you saw that the gate was open, so something came out of that gate. I'm going to guess chariots. That's my guess. Look at this. Nervii actually bringing some units out of the breach here. Got some Illyrian levies moving forward, though. Then it looks like Numidian light infantry moving up from Masacely. And there you go. You can see the Celtic warriors, the first unit going. And the other unit actually chasing out as well. I'm kind of surprised. Once the first one went down, I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring that second unit back into the settlement. Ooh, did you see that? Archers getting free shots on the citizen cav. There's nothing that can stop them Citizen Citizen Cav either needs to go in and scare him off or just come back into the settlement. They're getting shot for free. Nothing's stopping them. Oops, sorry about that. Ooh, what was it? You can see it. Desert Heavy Lancers by Nabatea here. So I was wrong. I thought it was chariots, but it's not. He's really just losing Citizen Cav for nothing there. I think he should fall back from that. Misasely no longer trying to pester the Hillman. Interesting. But the Numidian Lights should be able to handle that. But honestly, he's probably just moving it up to get rid of the ballista here. Looks like some Gallic Hunters up on the walls. Some Celtic warriors protected them from the Illyrian levies coming up the walls. But you can see Seleucid moving his archers forward. Those Syrian archers are going to have a really good angle there if they start shooting. Nothing quite advancing over here. I'm curious. I wonder if they're maybe waiting for further progress to be made here before they start assaulting the front wall there. Ooh, Armenian Eastern Cataphracts came over, and the Armored Numidian Rider gen decided, no thank you. Looks like Citizen Cav came back into the settlement. I think that's a smart move there. I think it would have been a waste of a unit. And here we go. You can see the artillery starting to come in now. That is what kind of tends to make this outer area of Tur a bit tough, is the artillery. It's very exposed, very open, very, very, susceptible to artillery fire. You can see it all coming in. Because typically what you tend to see is you just tend to see reinforcements and stuff kind of settled back in this area. So typically getting some blind shots into there can actually get you some pretty decent kills. Levi Freeman shooting down their Fila over at the Syrian archers. Citizen Cav moving up. Wonder if he's worried about the armored Numidian riders that were moving forward. Maybe he was worried they might try to come after the archers somehow. Just kind of taking a look around at things. A lot of archer fire coming in from Seleucid here. But then a lot of Pila fire. Actually, look at this. Empress Cav actually went into the city. I didn't really expect that. Got Desert Legionaries, thankfully, here because the Gallic Hunters were just there and about got run down, man. Citizen Cav probably not going to last much longer. I'm not sure. Like, I get the gutsy play. He was going for the archers. I'm not particularly sure how he got. He must have kind of snuck around the Legionary unit. But I think this Cav unit is weak enough that it's probably not going to do much damage. Ooh, Artie coming in here. Who's Artie? How many did they bring? So we got Gete. He's got 41 kills on his. And I don't particularly see any others. Yeah, I guess Gete's the only one who brought the artillery. Because I don't see anybody else. What you tend to see here is some people will try to put up a bit of a stout defense here. But similar to one of the other barbarian maps, Bertigala, this corner offers a pretty good, basically, crossfire for the attackers. So it tends to be a pretty tough spot for the defenders to hold. So what you tend to see is a lot of defenders end up holding here and here, something like that. And, kind of like that. So what it tends to allow is the attackers to get a pretty solid foothold. You can see Nervii beginning to pull his units back, mostly because of the Gete units that are now landing on the walls that are going to cut him off. So he's able to get a couple of his units out. You could also see some Epirus archers firing in. Seleucid and Armenia set up just in case that cav decides it wants to come out and play again. He does still have... Oh, and look at this. Armored desert chariots. Just became visible. And honestly, I don't think the attackers are aware of the Desert Heavy Lancers that are over. I'm pretty sure in this forest now, because no cavalry or anything has come over to do anything about it. Unless they're just being really, really smart and being like, we're not going to give it away, that we know, you know. See, Armenia actually... What the hell? How did Armenia get a unit like up here and just walk down the wall? Or is it the unit that came up? Now, I'm pretty sure that was a Hillman unit that went up that tower. Alright, Mercenary Italian swords. More of them. More of them. Got some Hillmen still. And then here comes the Noble Swords. Getae leading off the charge with his heavy hitters, man. Noble Swords are really, really good. Well, they're pretty good. They're definitely better than some of the Massasola units that they're facing right now. You can see the Numidian light infantry are going to get tore up by that. Starting to see some of Athens archers over here, and actually some units coming out to go scare off the Getae Dacian heavy bows. See, Armenia starting to get, what are they, Cartly Axemen? Yep, Cartly Axemen up on the walls. Another unit of Hillmen over here. Coming up along with all of the Italian swords and things like that. What'll be interesting is they might have a pretty good opportunity at some point to go right through all of this with their chariots. I'm curious as to if they will. So hey, earlier I did guess that they had chariots, and I guess I was right. Just I was wrong about where they were. I thought it was I personally thought it was going to be Nabataeans, and I thought that they were going to be coming out over here. Armenia already engaging. Cartly Axemen going in. Looks like Nabatean swords being backed up by some thorax swords. You can see the Cartly Axemen is not fully onto the walls yet. You can see they're kind of coming in little waves of units as they get onto the walls from the siege towers. Then more units committing here, some Hillmen. Noble Swords actually pulling back. I think mostly because they're, the tribesmen probably. Javelins, kind of a waste of Noble Swords at that point. So sending in the Hillmen to kind of shut up the tribesmen. Tribesmen actually in kind of a bad spot. The thorax swords kind of leaving them out to dry. Tribesmen are a very light missile infantry and just getting tore up there. Only 27 kills, not great. Thorax sword going to go cut them off, but you know what? It's a Hillman. They're not too worried. Noble Sword going to hit the Thorax now in the back. Got Desert Legionaries holding back, what, 2 units, Thorough Spears and Hillman. Hillman sneaking around the edge. Desert Legionaries getting quite a few kills, 142 now. Mercenary Italian Swords, 87. 132 on Numidian Light Infantry. Wonder where those Desert Heavy Lancers went, man. So the Nabatean Swords, 41 kills. They're actually still pretty healthy, too. 135 kills, or 135 men, sorry. I wonder if Athens might be able to get around them. Now you can see Syrian archers in here shooting over at the Gallic Hunters. Actually got a little bit of an archer fight here. Got Gallic Hunters, Nabatean Heavy Archers. Where are the Cretans for Athens? So they're all back here. So they are not assisting in that fight. But you've got Epirus Cretan Archers, Dacian Heavy Bows, Syrian Archers. The attackers definitely bringing their archers to play here. So far, I mean, it actually looks like the attackers or the defenders seem to be getting the better of this fight so far. I think mostly because it doesn't seem like the attackers are committing all these archers. You know, they have them here, but they're all kind of set a little further back. But look at the foothold that they are getting here. Just a strong push happening in this center area. It seems to me like the defenders seem to be losing quite a bit of ground. You know, they've already fallen back to here and pretty much to there. I was literally about to say, I'm kind of surprised they haven't activated the chariots. I think that's what they're trying to do now. So what they need to do here, they need to lock down units with infantry and then throw those chariots through. Do not throw chariots into units that are not locked down, unless you are positive that they have no Pila. Because if they Pila you, you are screwed. That's pretty much the basics of chariots, is that you try and lock down the enemy with your own units, then throw the chariots into the melee combat, because then the enemy units, they can't do anything. They can't throw Pila at you. They can't brace. They literally are just easy pickings. It seems to be the biggest mistake I find people make, is that they just, like, just throw the chariots in, you know, and it's like, no, you need to set your units up in a way to do that. They've got 62 or 82 kills. 82 kills now. There you go. Once again, they are locked in, but Thorax Swords set up. Got a Pila toss in. Did they get any? Okay, looks like they got a couple, but they are going right through, and now they're going to go into the... But here, there's another issue. Armored Spears. The Armored Spears have counter cavalry tactics. 133 kills. Now, once again, the nice thing with them is that even though this unit is shattered, as it tries to run away, any enemy units that it runs through, it will get kills on them. So 156 kills. Now this one looks to be maybe glitched, which sucks. But man, it looks like the defenders are really on the back foot here. Those Desert Heavy Lancers still have not come to play yet. Mercenary Syrian Armored Elephants moving forward for Seleucid. He's kind of holding him back a little bit. The defenders still have quite a bit of archers. You got the Cretans, Nabateans, and the what's left of the Gallic Hunters. And so it's a bit risky to throw your elephants in or bring them too close. So good job there by Seleucid, just keeping them held in reserve, waiting, being patient. Patience is the virtue of the elephant battle. Got Oathsworn moving forward for Nervii now. Bit surprised by that. You got a very healthy Cartly Axeman getting up on the settlement now. Maybe the Armored Numidian Rider is going to charge into him. Or you get the Oathsworn in there maybe. Oathsworn engaging. I'm not sure that I like that. The Desert Legionaries trying to fall back, and I think maybe try to get formed up with the Oathsworn maybe. Oathsworn will be able to finish off the Cartly Axemen and probably fight the other Cartly Axemen as well. But they're pretty much by themselves, so it's basically going to be an Oathsworn versus 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. So I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. Armored Numidian Riders charging the Cartly Axemen. Cartly Axemen 10 kills. And then the General now charging in. Maybe getting this guy over here. Or I wonder, maybe he's going to try and loop around the little hut there. And Seleucid and Getae trying to push their way through this little choke point, but you got Mercenary Thracian Warriors charging in on the Thorax Swords. Thorax Swords, I don't think they had Pila, so Mercenary Thracian's actually getting a really nice charge there. Look at that, 16 kills. Probably have more here in a moment when we get back to it. Nabatean Swords, 27 kills. But Armored Spears and Kartli Axemen pushing in there. Got Athens with a couple Thorax Swords ready to back him up. But there you go. Thracian Warrior is getting shot. He is trying to move him away. Run, run, run away. Definitely a solid push here. Ooh, the Armenian Azat Knights moving in. The General. Wonder if maybe trying to slip around, maybe catch the Masacely Gen or something. Eastern Cataphracts are now in the settlement. They were able to open the gates long enough for the Eastern Cataphracts to get in. So the Oathsworn trying to hold them back. But the Armored Numidian Riders trying to get the hell out of there. Get your man out of there! How they doing? 37 kills on the Eastern Cataphracts. Got a Desert Legionary that's trying to help. Think it got a pretty decent Pila volley. I would just keep that out of there. I don't think you want to take that fight. Especially not with your general. It's still early in. You've got plenty of troops left from Masacely. Thracian Warriors going back into combat now. Look at them. 42 kills now. The gate here is neutralized. You got some Thorough Spears throwing down at the Eastern Archers from Armenia. Honestly, like, this is where I'm wondering, where the hell are the Desert Heavy Lancers? Like, I'm almost positive they haven't done anything. Because, like, if your Desert Heavy Lancers are out still, why are you not doing something about this? They are completely wide open. And, like, unless I just completely and totally missed what happened to the Desert Heavy Lancers, which I don't see any dead bodies, like, contesting that fact, that tells me that he still has them somewhere. Which is crazy because these archers for Armenia are just sitting ducks. I'm wondering if he pulled them back. The elephants came in. Oh, the elephants actually got some kills. 110 kills, I think, on the Oathsworn. And they didn't have any archers to deal with them. I think they brought the Nabatean archers to try and hit them, but I think they got them over there just a little too late. You got Oathsworn going in against the Samnite Warriors. They should win that. Elephants sitting around the ruins here. Stonehenge, there you go. Yeah, I think, and I think that Nabatea brought them back to the settlement. That's my thought. Because I feel like if he had him outside, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have gone after the Armenian archers. And I think we're getting a little bit of a pullback here as well. Thracian Warriors, I think, trying to get out of there before they get shot to hell. These ones up to 92 kills so far. Doing pretty good against those armored spears. Looks like they're preparing to go up the hill, but they are not going yet. And here's a good move. I think this is a good move by the attackers. They are threatening this side. Everybody thinks that this settlement is, you know, defender friendly and it's got to keep. But here's the deal. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways into the final point. You can threaten all the way back here, which I wouldn't personally threaten this spot. It's pretty much a death trap. But you do have the back hill and mountain here, and you have the mountain up top over here. So there are multiple ways to attack this. It just seems like everybody only attacks 1 and 2. And, if you only attack 1 and 2, then yeah, it is pretty favored to the defenders, but that's kind of a personal choice, I like that Athens actually brought multiple of the Thracian warriors. I'm a big fan of them. 102 kills. They are risky to bring mostly because they die very easily to archer fire. So especially the attackers are pretty stacked with the archers because you have Dacian heavy bows, 4 Dacian heavy bows. Ooh, the elephants came in over here. Look at this, 341 breaking their way through this side. And they're still pretty healthy too, going square formation on the throw spears. That will be a little annoying for the elephants. They seem to be doing all right, though. I think the throw spears are out of ammunition on their Pila, which is not good. It's definitely the point there you want to have ammo. And he just popped trample. Here's another throw spear coming up that I think is also out of ammo. There's some archer fire coming in finally. It looks like Gallic Hunter's probably shooting. We can see the arrows, but we can't see them because of their snipe ability. Elephants are now out of control, but guess what? They're really not much for them to, not many allied units for them to go into, so they are just ripping through defending units. 585, 589. This is one of those moments where elephants are really doing their work. They're really making their money here. And now they might get a little bit of their allied troops. You can see some of their units actually coming out of the settlement, which is annoying. Like, annoying to the attackers. That's not what they want. The Eastern Cataphracts, pretty weak, actually. Coming up here. I think trying to capture this, but the caravan guard going to come put a stop to that. And they broke before they could even do it, so. Samnite warriors moved up. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing. Got a Nabatean thorax pike here. Looks like the elephants have come back to their senses. They have lost a couple. But they have 604 kills now. I hear artillery. Is that Nabatea? I know I just heard some artillery, but who was it? Does not say that Nabatea is already is fired and it's facing the wrong direction, so. What's a Nabatean gen? Looks like a Rakim Palace Guard. Bounce power's pretty darn even at this point. Thorax swords moving up. Syrian archers taking a fight with the Cretans. Cretans are decently dinged up, though. Here comes the Dacian heavy bows up now as well, though. The Cretans, I think, are not going to sit there and take that much longer. They're either going to die or they're going to run away. At this point, they really can't try to pursue that. But you can see they are sending multiple units up or over the hill. I know that they did have some caravan guard up here, which I'm curious as to if they left that there. Got some, oh, look at that. More stuff moving. In the background there, you can see some Armenian stuff, some archers, and Azat Knights moving. But I guess maybe not moving very far. They might just adjusting here. We do have an engagement here. Thorax swords moving in and engaging the thorough spears. Got an armored spear there, holding, backing them up. Kette's archers, are you really out of ammo? 43 kills and 100. Well, 147 makes sense, but 43 kills seems awful low to be out of ammunition. Looks like these Cretans are out, 132 kills. Nabatean swords protecting the goat path. There we go. Caravan guard was still up here holding this breach here. Or the choke point, I guess, is more accurate. Carly Axeman going to get around and probably surround them. They're going square formation, but I think the Cartleys are probably going to finish them off here. Might even just go for javelin volleys. It's going to go and engage this one. That will expose its backs, though. Javelin volleys, or are you out? Looks like they're out. So he's just going to charge in and hit him in the back. Not 100% sure why he pulled the other unit out, though. Probably should have just kept that in and just kept him surrounded. But look at this. Armored Numidian riders coming over from Misacely. Alright, he noticed he's going to go shield wall. And maybe an Oathsworn going to come over as well. Desert Legionaries engaging. Looks like some Thorough Spears and Samnite Warriors. Back behind, you got some Thorax Swords, a bunch of Eastern Archers. And up top, Royal Peltis engaging Desert Legionaries. Got Caravan Guard behind. Doesn't look like they're going to pursue this side at all. The center, you've got Desert Legionaries now going up against Armored Spears. But here, there we go. Pikemen from Athens moving up. I think that's going to be one of the issues that the attackers are going to run into is the pikes. The defenders seem to have quite a bit of pikes. Nabatean Thorax pikes, the Athenian pikes, and I don't think Seleucid or Epirus brought any. So the question is, did they save enough ammunition to deal with those? Another Royal Peltis moving up. Some more Thorough Spears from Epirus as well. What the hell? So the Royal Peltis actually engaging the Caravan Guard, while the Thorough Spears are going to engage the Desert Legionaries. Royal Peltis must have snuck around while the Misacely player was sleeping. The tough part about this hill is, so as you pursue here, the defenders get a pretty good archer angle from the other side here. But you can see the Eastern Archers of Armenia trying to counter that themselves. So we'll see how that goes. Oathsworn moving up, going to engage the Cartleys here. Already got an Oathsworn engaging another Cartley on this side. Cartley 73 kills, Oathsworn 33. Now you can see the Ass-at Night moving up. So what's going to happen? The Cartley is going to engage here while the Ass-at Knights try to burn down the tower. Then a Nabatean Axe Warrior actually coming over either this way or this way to assist. Cretans, I think, are going to run out of ammo. This one still has a bit left in it, though. Royal Peltis General for Seleucid actually getting around. He's going to sneak around and it looks like maybe engage the Thorax Hoplite. Caravan engaging. Royal Peltis, 98 kills. Use the whip. That's going to really increase things, especially with the battle rhythm on top. So that's going to put the melee attack at 71, weapon damage at 42. It's pretty darn good. Now I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried to send anything up there. Now they can't anymore because the Nabatean sword is going to come back up. So the Royal Peltis General is going to have to turn around and engage that. Thorax sword for Seleucid is going to follow it up the goat path, though. Now, interestingly, the pike actually being pulled away from the center. Desert Legionaries going in. Going to be engaged by mercenary Samnite Warriors. Some out of ammo Getae archers and a armored spear moving up as well. So the pike's going to come over and reinforce this side. Nabatean Thorax Pike down to 63 men. Looks like the Armenian archers were really having a heyday there. Now they're shooting over at the backs of the Oathsworn. Oathsworn down to 121, 70 kills now. This one has 58 kills. Cartley Axeman 165. As that knight just kind of sitting there for moral support. You can do it! Fight on! See some archer fire coming in. Looks like maybe they... I don't know. What is firing? The tribesmen? No. Maybe there's the Gallic Hunter that we can't see that's shooting. Oh, it's maybe the Nabatean heavy archers. They're firing at something. Yeah, that's who it is. Ooh, uh-oh. Nabatean swords getting good volleys into the Royal Peltis General. Looks like the other Royal Peltis broke. Let's see, snuck it away somewhere. Yeah, I think it's just gone. Didn't actually expect it to go that easily, but... this elephant's day is not done. Bounce power might slightly be in favor of the attackers now, but if so, it's very, 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 very minimal. That's not what you want. Obviously, Gallic Hunter's shooting right over, not just at a Royal Peltis, but at the Royal Peltis General. Royal Peltis up to 102 kills, though. Yeah, Athens pretty much had to bring his pike back over into this spot. Pike's got 86 kills, not too shabby. Question is, do they have enough Javies to deal with it? Standard pike, base morale is only 45. So you could probably get it to break pretty easily if you can get into it. Looks like it's pretty well defended, though. Bunch of Desert Legionaries from Massasoit. Noble Sword Gen for Getae seems to be gone, but I'm pretty sure their army's pretty much out anyways. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue for them. Now, losing someone like Seleucid's General, that's another issue. We still have not seen the Desert Heavy Lancers for Nabatea, so... you know... I guess if we don't, you know... yeah. They actually, look at this. Massasoit has another chariot. It's risky business, guys. 2 chariots, man. It's a lot of moolah. A lot of money. Thorax swords moving up. Armored Numidian Riders are actually moving. I think they're maybe thinking of taking a fight here, but... Oathsworn got over pursued here. Cartley Axeman and Azat Knight's going to flank that and probably get rid of it. Yeah, look at the numbers dropping. Oathsworn General for Nervii moving forward. This actually may not be a terrible place to throw your chariots in. Ooh, elephants. Elephants going right up top. Probably going to bust right through this Nabatean Axe Warrior. I don't see any Javies being tossed. Pikes have turned. Now, we do have fire arrows going into him, trying to make him go berserk. Oh, no. Right into the back of the Massasoit defense. 7, 8. Oh, God. 837. Look at that, man. Pikemen actually have dropped their pikes. 925. Trying once again to get him to go berserk. Actually killed one there. Oh, God. Look at the kills, man. But here comes the archer fire. They're probably going to start dropping here. You can see they've already lost a couple, so Chariots actually moved forward a little bit. There they are. Numbers falling. 1,068. They are silver chevron now. But that defense pretty much shattered. The pikes somehow survived, and they are trying to shore it up. Balance power, I would definitely say, has shifted now. But looky here, maybe the defenders can have their own play, one unit play. Ace up the hole. Or ace in the hole. A combined ace in the sleeve and ace in the hole together to make ace in the hole. Whatever. This damn elephant is still alive. There's two of them. 1,108. Just a stupid amount of kills, man. You better hope that these chariots get you something similar. I think there's a couple places you could send them. You could send them there if you wanted. There's the Desert Heavy Lancers. Look at that. What the hell? Alright, I'm going to clip in right here what these Desert Heavy Lancers did. Because they apparently did something over here. Alright, and here is the Desert Heavy Lancers. They actually did come from out over this way. And are now making their way into the breach. And I believe they're going to go right over here into the archers of the attackers. See the archers already trying to run away. So the same time that the elephants were going up on the hill. And he stops. And there we go. Now we're going in. A lot of juicy kills for the Desert Heavy Lancers. Alright, and that is where the Desert Heavy Lancers came from. Now back to the battle. Alright, and we are back. So, got a little bit of their own counterplay here. The Oathsworn for Nervii coming in. Going to circle around the units here. You've got the Desert Heavy Lancers coming over. They're actually going to clear all this up here. Now, the question is, can they get some good charges? Is it too late? Too little too late, though? I think you've got to think about throwing in the chariots here. Now he's pulling them back. I think he's worried about the thorax swords. Maybe he's worried they've got Pila or something. Desert Heavy Lancers, 239 kills now. Gonna clear up these archers. That's gonna be army losses, though. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to accomplish here. Now, if they can eat their way through this, finish that off, maybe they can get their Oathsworn back in. I think we've got... don't go this way. Armored spears. They're going to try and get through the Royal Peltis. Getting into Epirus here, the mercenary Samnites. Keep your Lancers moving. They've got 105 kills on them now. They're down to 15 out of 20. They also throw javelins, which is nice. Man, these Oathsworn can't seem to get through this Royal Peltis quick enough. Because what they want to do is they really want to get through and break this Kartli Axeman before they lose their Nabatean Axe Warriors. Armored Desert Chariots, 184. Desert Heavy Lancers getting up now. Bounce power has shifted back a little bit to the defenders. Close battle here. Close battle. There you go, turning around, getting back into the Epirus General. They have broken, but remember, that's chariots. Even though they're broken, if they run through enemy troops, they do get kills. Desert Heavy Lancer, 366. There they go, got an Oathsworn around that Royal Peltist. Their biggest issue, though, is this. Their point is taken right now by the attackers. So, can they get in and help and neutralize it? All right, so these units are now freed up, so they got to rush to the point. Desert Heavy Lancers coming in for more. Looked like they were trying to go for this Thorax Sword, but they pulled out. Look at that, 321 kills. 413 on the Desert Heavy Lancers now. Here comes one Oathsworn. He's going to engage Thorax, 321, 417. Probably take this guy over here. Desert Heavy Lancers getting around, hitting the Royal Peltis. Then Armored Numidian Rider hitting him from the other side. That's a close damn battle, guys. I think it's going to come down to who breaks. They are neutralized. Okay, the point is neutralized. That looks like it's going to be Defender's battle here. All right, I think that is it for this one. A really close back and forth battle. Honestly, when the Elephants went in, I thought it was GG. I thought the attackers had that. All right, so for the attackers, we got the B-Man with 3,110 kills. Majority of his infantry doing really well, but look at the Elephants, 1,112 kills. Got Dagger with 2,254 kills. His archers doing really well. Royal Peltis, 229. Lyrian Levy's not doing too great, though. Got Mexi here with 1,661 kills. His Noble Sword's really doing the most here. Armored Spears, 198, though. Got his Imperial Majesty with 1,622 kills. You know, it was mostly Kartli Axeman. We got Nervii with a Bloody Stranger, 2,112 kills. His archer's doing pretty solid. Oathsworn doing okay. This one doing really well, 457. They got AoE Nidus, 1,942 kills. 487 on the Desert Heavy Lancers. To his archers doing pretty good. His infantry not doing great, unfortunately. Centurion as Athens with 1,734. Look at the Thracian warriors. Even 99 and 86 is pretty good. Then Thorax doing pretty solid. And finally, Wild Sweet as Masacely, 2,423 kills. Look at the chariots, 256, 156, 164 on the Armored Numidian Riders. Then his infantry, as per typical, doing pretty darn good. Well, that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. You know what? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.